I am Noriko Paul, and this is Uncut News. Did you hear a set of explosions this morning? Don't worry, we're not under attack. It was actually the police and the GDF practicing the 21-gun salute for tomorrow's inauguration of President Dr. Irjak Fandio at the National Cultural Center. The event is slated to start promptly at 10 a.m. There will be a review of the honor guard and the 21-gun salute before the president and his entourage are escorted to their seats inside the cultural center, where the formal parts of the ceremony will commence. But to clarify, tomorrow's event is merely ceremonial, as he was immediately sworn in as president before the Chancellor of the Judiciary on August 2nd, 2020. Hero or traitor? He's undeniably everyone's favorite political turncoat. Yes, I'm talking about Charandas Prasad, the former AFC parliamentarian who will forever be known for the yes that put the nail in the coffin for the coalition government. Well, he took to Facebook to announce that he will soon end his, quote, self-exile and plans to return home very soon. He then said the coalition lost because it lost the confidence of the people and that the current administration should learn from those mistakes. But he, like everyone else, stressed the immediate need for electoral, constitutional, and judicial reforms. Some genius in London thought it would be a good idea to cover up his recent robbery spree by telling the police that he was carjacked, therefore the car was not in his possession at the time. The officers at the Highway Base Patrol arrested a 27-year-old resident of Victory Valley, Linton, on Wednesday after police began to question his hijacking story. But when they squeezed him a little, he admitted to having committed a series of robberies, including one he committed the previous day at Craig, East Bank, Demerara. Police found his car abandoned nearby at Friendship, East Bank, Demerara. An unlicensed .38 caliber pistol was found inside the car.
911, what's your emergency?
Hello? Please help! Somebody just stole my car!
Calm down, sir. It says here you're calling from Agricola. Are you injured?
No, I'm okay. I parked my car to run in the shop and get some top-up, and this might just jump in my car and drive away.
Don't worry, sir. Just activate the tracker in your car and give me the location. I will send the police unit.
Which tracker?
Wait, you don't have a GPS tracker in your vehicle?
No?
Cheek, cheek.
Hello?
Sir, you're breaking up.
Hello?
Cheek, cheek. Some people are real amateur. Just 16,000 for a GPS tracker at Triple B's, and still he ain't got one. Call 682-8326 and get your tracker installed today.
Perfect.
Police are currently investigating the murder of 52-year-old Wahida Shamsuddin of Lot 9 Good Hope, Ruby, East Bank, Essequibo. Early Thursday morning, she was chopped to death at her home. This comes just the day after her 20-year-old son, Nazir Khan, was chopped to his back and head by a neighbor during an argument. The suspect was arrested shortly after. However, the house was also ransacked with cash and a few bank cards missing. The family believes someone connected to the first suspect is responsible for this murder. Nonetheless, no arrests have been made. Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa on Thursday said that the government will stick to its campaign promise of reopening the sugar estates. The former government closed the Rose Hall, Skeldon, Wales, and Enmore sugar estates in a failed plan to restructure the sugar industry. Meetings will soon be held with various farmers' groups, GAU, and other stakeholders. Having been closed for years, some officials believe that it is not economically viable to invest the money now needed to move ahead with the reopening. However, Jagdeo disagrees. Again, I say forget sugar. We'll never be able to make something so cheap profitable. We just don't have the scale. We have to grow industrial hemp. So hey Mustafa, if you're watching this, legalize hemp. Do-nothing Holder was too short-sighted to see the light, so you must do it instead. Police are currently investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of 36-year-old pork knocker Sean Grant of Dikindrin, West Coast, Demerara. Grant was stabbed to death during a fight early this morning at 9 Miles Mardia in Region 8. During the fight, the suspect pulled a knife and stabbed Grant twice. He was taken to the Mardia Regional Hospital, where he died while receiving medical treatment. The suspect is currently in police custody. Currently, return flights are being facilitated to bring stranded Guyanese home and to allow foreign citizens stranded in Guyana to return home. According to Minister of Public Works Warren Edgell, the frequency of these flights will soon increase. Edgell said the approval process has been made more streamlined. Return flights through Eastern Airlines have already been slated to begin next week. The more regularly scheduled flights will continue until the government makes the final decision to reopen the airports. BM Soaked is Guyana's #1 auto dealer. Visit their showroom at Lot 9 Grove Street, Georgetown. Don't be shy. That $800,000 you have saved up can get you behind the steering wheel now. Call them on telephone number 231-8451. BM Soaked Auto Sales. It's your turn to drive. Now, let's take a look at news in the region. In Barbados, opposition senators Caswell Franklin and Crystal Drex, as well as independent senators Monique Tate and Lindell Nurse, caused an upheaval in the upper chamber by walking out after Senator Lisa Cummins was allowed to enter. Senator Cummins had been a part of the welcome committee for the arrival of 95 nurses from Ghana a week ago. 9 of the nurses later tested positive for the Rona, but since she tested negative, she was allowed to enter the chamber. But despite them walking, the Senate still voted on a bill, one that did not get enough votes to pass. The public thus is questioning why this was allowed to happen. United States prosecutors charged a former Guatemalan economy minister Wednesday in a purported money laundering conspiracy that allegedly took drug proceeds and converted them into bribes for corrupt politicians. Authorities allege that Aslisco Valerdes Urela helped to launder nearly $10 million in ill-gotten money between 2014 and 2018. His alleged co-conspirators included a drug trafficker, a corrupt politician, and a bank employee. At least 2 Miami companies helped move the money to South America, the U.S. Attorney's Office said in a statement. Valerdes served in the administration of former President Jimmy Morales. He is considered a fugitive in Guatemala. President Donald Trump issued executive orders to ban TikTok and WeChat in 45 days, citing national security fears. TikTok swiftly responded by threatening to take legal action. The orders issued on Thursday against each app use similar language, saying that the US would ban the social networking apps from operating if they are not sold by their parent companies, which both have roots in China. The music app TikTok is owned by ByteDance. The communications app WeChat is owned by Tencent. Because, as the Trump administration always says, no one's allowed to steal the information of Americans but the American government. Take advantage of this fresh business opportunity. Become a digital top-up vendor with Cellular Plus and earn some extra cash. No fancy smartphone or internet required. Just show up with your Mango Pelter and you're good to go. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 and find out about their special offer. And now for our weird news story of the day. This next story is probably a good reason not to sunbathe naked. A German nudist had the last laugh after chasing down a wild boar that had run off with a bag containing his laptop. Pictures posted on social media showed the naked man running after a sow and her 2 piglets at Berlin's Devil's Lake. Adele Lauder, an actor and coach who says she took the pictures, wrote that the pigs first helped themselves to somebody's pizza before grabbing the bag. When the owner realized what had happened, he, quote, gave his all and recovered it, she said. Wild boars are actually common in the forests around Berlin and can occasionally be seen venturing through city parks in search of food. Moving on to our Uncut News Viewers Poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. So, you give your responses in the comments and we'll read the best ones in the following episode. Yesterday's question was, will the new government actually utilize the results of the audit report? And here's what you had to say. Javid Hanif said, good question. I hope the PPPC government is not doing the audit for retaliation or any ill will against the APNU AFC. I hope they are doing it for the betterment of Guyana and its citizens. Let bygones be bygones, and let's move forward. One people, one nation, one destiny. Danraj Mohan said, yes, audit must be done to ensure transparency and accountability in government, including checks and balances in government. Government should hold them accountable for any alleged corruption or embezzlement of government funds. Good answers, people. So tonight I leave you with this question. The PPP promised it, and the Ministry of Agriculture intends to deliver it. By that I mean the reopening of the sugar estates. Do you think that it's a good idea? And if so, what should we do differently this time around? Think about that question and tell us in the comments below. If your response is good, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight. Until next time, I'm Noriko Bullford saying, have a great weekend, and as always, don't drink or drive, or you'll end up on Monday's episode the hard way. Ha ha! Hey, Uncut News viewers, thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking on this button over here, or click over there for more news. You can also drop a comment to let me know if you've made it to the end of the video. Goodbye for now.